confidence or my belief in the U.S. military. But the easy part is over. Okay, the U.S. military bringing death from above with its unique capabilities happened, and we don't know what was degraded and what wasn't. I don't know how much you can trust. I don't know how much we can verify. We have no idea what's happened to people on the ground in Tehran. We have no idea. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But what we do know is that it is hitting us at home in terms of terrorism, animosity, and economic pressure, the likes of which we have not seen since the pandemic. We have no alliance abroad in what we're doing here, but we do have a forming alliance of malefactors at home who are attacking. Austin was not a coincidence. What happened in New York City is not a coincidence. Them hiding a terror report that says there's going to be more domestic terror, I mean, they shouldn't be hiding it, but are you surprised? The fundamentalists are coalescing around the idea of just opposing us. So those are the stakes and the money and the pressure on the small businesses. Is the regime bad in Iran? Of course. Should they be gone? Of course. But what if the outcome scenario here is another Gaza, with a place that it needs to be rebuilt and revitalized, razed to the ground, and the regime still in charge, as is the case in Gaza? That's the concern. That's why this needs to end. And that's why this latest iteration of the plan from the president, I hope, is one they can stick to.
We're achieving major strides toward completing our military objective. We're ahead of our initial timeline by a lot. I would say that we probably would not have thought after a month we'd be here.
On Iran, you called it an excursion. You said it would be over soon. Are you thinking this week it will be over?
No,
Are you talking
but soon.
about days?
I think soon.
Okay, and with respect
Very
to...
soon.
Look, again, can you take him at his word? We will see. Okay? Everybody understands what soon means. Soon doesn't mean several months of different waves of involvement and a mission creep and trickle down of first it was 2 soldiers, then it was 4, then it was 6, now it's 7. Then God forbid it goes up from there. Every one of them is something that didn't necessarily need to happen. We don't know what's happening on the ground in Tehran. We don't know how many innocents have been killed. We don't know what the resolve is to take on this regime. We saw more protests before all this happened than we're seeing on the ground there now. And yes, the regime beat them back bloodily and murdered them because they're savages and they are extremists and they are religious zealots who want to kill and destroy and be primitive. All of that is true. But that doesn't mean that this gets us to a better place. And that's my concern. Again, I'm in Israel. America is not Israel. Okay? They have a unique threat profile. These people are within reach of them. What's happening on the northern border is one of the most ignored stories in America. The IDF right now is inside Lebanon once again. The last time they went there, it was supposed to be an excursion. They were there over a decade. Why? Because these things are tricky. Hezbollah is answering the call of Iran. They were supposed to disengage. They were supposed to disarm. America was negotiating that. Now, we don't even know if Lebanon can stop Hezbollah. We don't even know if Lebanon wants to stop Hezbollah. So Israel is there fighting. You don't think that's related to this? Of course it is. It happened 48 hours after it started in Iran. You see what I'm saying? What is next in America? How much crunch can we take on our oil and fuel prices? How long will it last? What's this doing to small businesses? What's this doing to an economy that was already fragile? Everything that we needed to deal with abroad, not at home, or not only are we not dealing with it, but they're being exacerbated by this. Now, this is not meant to be fatalistic. It's meant to be realistic. Great. I hope you degraded the regime the way you say you did. It would be great for you to substantiate that somehow. It would be great for there to be media there to give us some kind of sense of what is happening. Nobody wants the regime to succeed. But I don't know that they were about to attack us in any real way that made this imminent and made it a driver of having to happen right now. I don't know that the regime is in a place where we can anticipate that there is a demise anytime soon. They just put in the guy's son, who's supposedly more of a zealot than he is. They said they don't want to negotiate, and they're not going to surrender. And remember who these people are. This is my last thought, okay? And this has been true for 2,000 years. These people don't see themselves winning today. They do not see themselves winning in my lifetime. The extreme Islamist movement is about blood for time. These people are willing to suffer and die. Life is cheap to them. You have to know that. It is a lesson I thought we had learned.
So yes, we have a temporary period of elevated energy prices, but it will not be long. In the worst case, this is weeks. This is not months. And it leads to a much better place.
Says who? On what theory? How do you control the Strait of Hormuz? If you can adjust things so quickly, Mr. Secretary, then why have gas prices plagued you, which is one of the easier indicators? It's a world market. Let's bring in former Governor Chris Sununu, and let's bring in the one and only Geraldo Rivera to talk about how easy this is to fix. We all know the price tag. Hey, brother, good to have you. Chris, we all know the price tag of war. War is expensive. And everybody's been saying that we have to be careful with our money, and there's nothing careful about military money, as we're seeing here with a spend rate that is double what we were spending the last time. But the idea of the fix, how fast can America fix its problem with fuel prices and the strain on the economy from this?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think what you saw with the president today, he was trying to do a couple things, but one of the main objectives was to put some calm and confidence back into the world energy market. This is the most disruptive the world energy market has ever been. It's disrupted 20% of the world energy market, and it all comes down to controlling that Strait of Hormuz, as you mentioned. So what he's really trying to do is say, look, we're going to make this temporary. I think we could see some strategic petroleum reserves here being released and maybe in China, but that's all temporary. It comes down to the physical security of the Strait of Hormuz, and that only happens when we see U.S. Navy ships in there. So, yes, we might be close to getting a military victory, so to say, in Iran, but at the end of the day, it's really about that strait, and the markets are not going to be pleased. We're not going to see those prices fall until you really see those naval ships in there and some sanity come back in. So the fingers are crossed that we're going to get there. He knows that these prices have been plaguing him, and at the end of the day, this is what it's all about.
You know who doesn't cross their fingers? And you know this now that you're in the private sector? Your investors, traders. They don't cross their fingers, okay? They take a look at risk. And Geraldo, even if we have the temerity to put American military as guidance systems for the Strait of Hormuz, which would be really expensive and really dangerous, time. This is going to take time, because you know what Iran is going to say, right? They're not going to let this end. No matter what happens, they're going to keep up the provocations, and that's going to make people slow to want to put money at risk.
You know, I came back from New York, where we experienced a town fixed on the terrorist attack, the apparent terrorist attack. Mm-hmm. And I came home, and there was a different kind of attack. Came past the neighborhood gas station, and the gas that was $2.99 when I left for New York on Thursday was $3.39 today. So there's no doubt but that we have to do whatever we can to keep those prices controlled. But we need the straits open. Why don't we just say that we're going to screw the market by opening up the strategic oil reserve whenever there's pressure on the price and it starts going up? It's a beginning. It's a start. Do that, and
I know, but it's
my next point is a naval escort for every oil tanker going through, free insurance for every owner of every tanker. I'm talking about a program that provides military security, that also guarantees to the markets that the supply will not be interrupted, and providing with the strategic reserve emergency, supply if you need it for a day or two here or there. But I think that we have to understand, and the governor states it well, that this is what people are watching. This is how people react to foreign affairs. What does it do to me? How does it affect me? How's it doing with my budget? But I think it is manageable, but we've got to do it.
How big a blow is this to MAGA in terms? I know what the poll numbers are, Chris. I got to tell you, I've never been shocked by poll numbers more than the fact that people who, and look, I think it's a good faith belief. We don't want any more foreign intervention. We want to fix America first. We want to worry about what's happening here. We've done too much of that. I get it. It was very effective for Trump. How do they support him now when he's completely negated that? And how big a blow is it to all of the domestic issues that are just festering while we're spending money on something nobody voted for?
Yeah, it's a tenet of MAGA, but believe me, they'll get over it. They're going to support him no matter what. Make no mistake about it. His argument is going to be, we went into Venezuela, had our action, we secured it, and we opened it up. We went into Iran. It wasn't a long-term action, and that, I think, is ultimately going to lead to a very interesting negotiation in Cuba, and he's going to try to take credit for that sometime this fall. He'll have Rubio down there trying to negotiate something with them. So what he's going to say is the other guys didn't do it right? When it comes to military attacks, he's the best. No one does it like him. He's the best. But he's going to show that they're short-term, but with long-term security domestically here. And things like, as we're talking about, on these things like energy prices, right? As we're discussing, there's no fiscal solution to this. You have to secure that straight, and you have to do it not for the United States, for the world market, right? It's the entire world market that he's securing it for, but it only comes with 100% military domination of Iran, right? You can't leave a bit of risk over there, and that's almost impossible to do, right? You're going to have the Houthis, you're going to have all these other groups, right. Hezbollah, Hamas is still out there, so there's a lot of other pieces he's got to play, but I don't think it hurts him politically. I really don't. Not with his base, at least.
You've got to get the nuclear material out of Iran. If you don't get the nuclear material, the enriched nuclear material, that's why we went there in the first place. If we don't come home with that, then what have we accomplished other than bombing the girls'
You're not coming home with it. But look, listen, let's just be frank here for a second, okay?
Then this is a never-ending war. Then this is a never-ending war.
Yeah, hello. But, Chris, everything you said is right, okay? And none of this is coming from a place of cynicism. You can't get the uranium because a lot of it is believed to have been buried, and you're going to have a mass event if you bomb it, and pulling it out, we're not on the ground to do it. So there's that. All the regime wants is a long-term suffering struggle. That's its martyrdom. And the idea that we have to show we can secure the Strait of Hormuz for the market, we destabilized it.
In a world where people may miss a warning signal from their body, one woman...
Hello?
Okay, two women are spreading the word.
People with high blood pressure or type 2 diabetes. Like my mom and you, Chica. Our kidneys could be sending out an SOS about increased risk like heart attack or stroke. Don't miss the signal. Ask your doctor about a simple urine test called UACR and join our mission. I just got my permit!
Of the local headlines, stories shared, viral videos, plus the features and facts before they hit your feed. You're watching The Daily Scroll with me, Bailey Stroll. We are just scrolling through this week. We've got some good things to show you today.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, whatever that means. Let's look at everybody's screen time reports, shall we? See how much you're on your phones. I haven't been that bad, and I certainly have not been watching that much TV, so I think mine actually has gone down in the past few weeks. I've been a little busy.
I track my screen time on my phone, but I don't think it's that helpful because, if I drive all day, I have my maps up. And so my screen time goes through the roof. Yeah, because it counts.
It counts?
Yeah.
That's silly. Maps shouldn't count.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not looking at your screen.
Or I'm on my phone, and so every time my ear bumps it, it turns on the screen and counts that. It's finicky.
Sometimes I drive with it up, like YouTube or something. If my husband's on Spotify, I have to do it on YouTube, and I might be driving with the YouTube video playing. But I'm not watching it. I'm driving.
So that doesn't count. But
count.
And then it does.
I guess it does count because you're using your phone.
And then it balances out because it doesn't, my phone doesn't track all the time I spend, like you said, watching TV or on my computer or whatever. So.
True. I thought it was a cool feature when it first came out. Now, when it comes out on Sundays, I don't even look at it. It changes maybe by 3 minutes every week, and it's not that bad actually. I don't think it's compared to others that are I always try to compare myself to an influencer or somebody who's literally just locked in all day long, and that is not me. So
it's only 8 hours.
I just left my phone down at my desk to do this. So look at me.
Couldn't be more unplugged.
I'm so unplugged. But I am plugged into this show called The Daily Scroll, all about scrolling. So we are contradicting ourselves here.
She got it all the way there.
Okay, well, today There's a new music venue coming to downtown Springfield. I heard about this just a couple weeks ago, and then, of course, Mike Landis heard about it, too. Put it on the web last night. So I don't know how many people know about this, though. I don't even think they have started really working on it yet. So that's, you've heard it here first, folks. We're going to get into that. Then, no major theme today when it comes to some viral videos. We've got a calf being rescued from a deep, dark place, and then a massive, emphasis on the mass, street sign misspelling. I just had some quick videos in our second segment of the day today because I want to get to my favorite time of the week, which is trivia. So, we don't know the theme. Do we know the theme? You want to give me a
it's one that you requested like 2 weeks ago. You were like, "Can we get some?" And I said, "Okay." And so I actually made it back then, which is fun because now I don't remember the answers.
Okay.
So we'll
maybe
see
I will know.
Yeah, we'll see how this
if
goes.
I'm requesting it, then I must be pretty knowledgeable.
It should be a topic you're knowledgeable in.
Oh, goody. Okay, well, I didn't wear my glasses, so I'm going to have to peek.
Yeah, I'll try to read them.
I haven't had my contacts in yet. Okay. First, the local threat.
Oh, now.
Now. So Springfield's downtown music scene getting a bit livelier with a brand new venue that's in the works. Have you heard about this? Asking you folks out there. It's called Holler Music Hall, which personally, I absolutely love the name. As a certified hillbilly myself, I do, what's the word? See myself.
Well, yeah, and
as a hillbilly,
and you named your show "The Daily Scroll with Bailey Stroll." Of course, you're gonna like holler music hall.
Holler, yeah, it has that nice alliteration to it.
Yeah, it's just
holler music hall.
Confuse people and be hard to say.
No, so this music hall gonna be on Olive Street. 423 West Olive Street. There it is. If you're familiar with Martha's Vineyard, or I get my the eye doctor is just like one block east of that vision clinic. This is very nearby the bus station, kind of in between those two places on Olive Street near Main Avenue and College Station Theaters, kind of behind the movie theater, behind the movie theater, essentially. It doesn't look like much right now.
Well, it's in black and white.
But that's what it could look like very soon. They're expected to break ground in the next month. The cool thing about this, though, that the owner or the real estate person says, Philip Baird, this is who Mike Landis talked to, saying, our goal is to host our first concert in 2026. And it is the 100th anniversary of the building being built. Originally, this was built as a garage when they announced Route 66. And it will have a 2,000 person capacity. So if you've ever been to Club Rodeo, I think that holds at least 2,000, maybe 2,500.
Interesting.
So, and I think Midnight Rodeo, RIP, was like 1,000 or so. It definitely wasn't as big. So this will be bigger than Midnight Rodeo, a little bit smaller than Club Rodeo.
Do you think they're taking criticisms right now?
I'm not criticizing.
No.
You are?
I don't like the chairs.
Oh, the chairs, yeah.
They don't have backs.
They need to upgrade. Upgrade those chairs.
They're they're very modern, but they don't look comfortable. That's my point. They don't look comfortable.
I am.
Maybe you're not supposed to be sitting. You're supposed to be getting on the
Yeah, you're supposed to be boot scooting boogieing in
please don't
Holler Music Hall. So I'm pretty pumped about this, and I like the history. So just this being a 100th anniversary type thing of this building, breathing new life into it. Used to be a garage, kind of just off Route 66, and now we're making it into a music hall. I think downtown Springfield could certainly use one of these, and I just love the thought of it. So the project will entail about $7 million in investment, $7 million investment led by the business owners and strategic partners, and would hopefully deliver, they hope, $9 million per year in economic impacts and $200,000 in annual local sales taxes going back to the communities.
And we've talked about how great the music scene is in Springfield.
That's true.
This area. There's a lot of big artists that you can get here. And so if they can get some of those people.
That's
involved.
true. The one thing is going to be parking. There is a parking lot next door. But they said we do have to get an easement for that portion of the connected parking lot. It's owned by the city. It is currently free parking.
Okay.
And I didn't even want to bring this up because that is my little secret parking spot.
Don't park there.
Nobody else park there.
We'll park there. And
there's always open spots there if you want to park downtown. Okay. Always open spots. Free.
Oh, is that the one
owned.
by, you said it was by College Station?
Yeah, it's like behind. If you want to go to the movie theater, it's the best place to park. If you don't want to park in the parking garage.
I've been to that parking lot. It's
yeah.
Good. It's a good little
they're also going to need, they said that they're going to need that parking lot, though, for the bands to park their buses and trucks on the days of the show. So that also makes, it makes sense. So they are hoping to break ground on this in April. So we'll see what comes of Holler Music Hall. I think I'm going to like it. Hopefully I can get out there.
Yeah.
Even after the baby comes. To get a babysitter.
Gotta introduce, I was gonna say introduce the kid to music.
That's true. Get him some headphones.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. After the break, we are talking about a calf rescue. I'd say caught on camera. They're photos. I'll put it out there. They're photos. Wish we had the video.
Wow.
Dang it. But then something funny happening up in the Northeast. Okay, there's one state up there. Very hard to spell. Very hard to spell if you're not from there.
States?
A state up in the Northeast. I'm trying not to give it away.
Wow.
And it looks like the people that make the road signs agree with me.
I see.
Yeah. So when we come back, we'll talk about a little snafu they had up in what is this? Virginia, Norfolk, to be exact. Okay, stay with us.
It's tax sale time at Jimmy Mitchell Motors in Aurora, Missouri. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $7,500. Each one has been inspected by our certified mechanics and carries our 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. If you have credit issues, no problem. At Jimmy Mitchell Motors, we know bad things happen to good people, and we're here to help. And you can use your tax refund to lower your monthly payments. Come to Jimmy Mitchell Motors, where
nobody beats our deal.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy told him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Well, you've heard of firefighters using a ladder truck to get a cat out of a tree. We actually had a story about that last week on top of an electrical pole.
Animals always need rescuing.
They're always finding themselves in sticky situations. I'm just glad that we have people there to help. This is a new one, though. A new one. Firefighters in Calaveras County helping hoist a calf out of an abandoned mine shaft. That poor little guy.
What was he mining for?
He took a tumble, mining for some greener pastures.
Ooh, there you go.
It happened in Campo Seco this weekend. This is in California. The calf was 30 feet down that mine shaft, but did not get hurt. I don't know how a calf can fall 30 feet and not get hurt, but
they're beefy boys.
Yeah, well, they are. The rescuers used a harness and a rigging system to lift the calf and reunite it with its mama cow, who they said was standing nearby, mooing loudly, as she should.
Yeah, I'm shocked there's no dog in this one. There's always a dog
standing by as well.
Well, yeah, finding them or helping or being stuck themselves.
Yeah.
We really didn't have one in this story.
Well, they say calves are very similar to dogs, especially if they grow up with dogs.
Really?
I've heard it.
Can you play fetch with a cow?
Probably. If you teach them from the get-go, a cow could be a dog, honestly.
Okay.
A calf.
A calf, not a full-grown.
So, taking a tumble, not sure how he wasn't hurt, but we're glad he wasn't.
Yeah.
And
he's more of a slip down.
Where are these abandoned mine shafts? Like, don't they cover these things up?
Not very well.
Because you hear about it all the time.
Cover your mine shafts better, guys. That's what we learned today.
Come on. So, okay, next. Moving right along here, because I want to get to some trivia.
Yeah, of course.
In a historical colonial place neighborhood in Norfolk, Virginia, there's a little snafu happening on one particular street. The names of the streets are after the British colonies. So you got Pennsylvania, you got New Jersey, Connecticut, Delaware. You get the idea. And as you saw there, somebody doesn't know how to spell Massachusetts. We've got Massachusetts Avenue.
Okay, so they just put the E in the wrong place.
They swapped the E out. I was going to say, if I had to sit down and write Massachusetts, it's actually, sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't.
Even being told
Sound it out.
that was wrong, I was still like, how do you?
You didn't see it right away?
What was the problem? Yeah, so I thought maybe they had, I thought it was one of those double letters, because there's a lot of double letters in it.
It does have a lot of double letters.
But it was
Mississippi.
Yeah, unrelated
Tennessee.
to that. It was just, they took this E, and they just kind of bumped it over here. And you know what? I get it, except that the S and the T then are next to each other, and you can't have that.
It just goes to show, it's one of those that it's like you had one job, and how did nobody... Because when you just look at it with your eye, to me, it looks wrong, because you don't see it, STTS, never in the English language. So it just should look wrong coming off of the conveyor belts, moving it in the truck, getting up on a ladder.
Yeah, I will give you also, we run into here all the time in scripts. That's not a word, so it should have been flagged by a spell check something.
True, before they even put it in the die cutter or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'm just like, how many hands did this have to pass through before it gets up there? Come on.
All right,
Come on.
Next week's trivia will actually just be a spelling test, and I'm just going to give you all of the states.
Oh my gosh, that just reminded me. So is the trivia capitals?
Close.
Capitals of states?
It's geography.
Geography, okay. Because I used to have this fly pen. If anybody had fly pen, it was like a smart pen for kids. And I learned all the capitals in the states. We should do that for trivia. I think I'm pretty good. I could write them all down, like the states and the capitals. Or get a map and write out all the states. I could do that.
I remember
5 minutes
seeing
flat.
ads for these, but I didn't know anybody ever actually bought one.
I was one of them, and I never found anybody else that had one. They didn't sell well, I guess, but I had a grand old time with that thing.
So. Huh.
You could write out like a sentence and then click on the word, and it would. You had to write it on a special piece of paper.
Well, yes, of course.
It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Okay, but this made me think really quick. What is the hardest state to spell?
Not Mississippi, because there's a little song that goes along with it.
Yeah, Tennessee's not bad.
Yeah,
I think
give me a state.
Massachusetts is up there, but I think Connecticut?
Connecticut?
I never remember that.
Yeah, I learned that at some point. I got that one down pat. There's definitely another one. I'm gonna have to look at.
I think
which ones?
New Hampshire, no.
Don't.
Honestly, we've got pretty easy spelling here.
Yeah,
Massachusetts might be the one.
It might be the hardest one.
Which is really not that hard.
Sometimes, speaking of too many double letters, Tennessee, I feel like sometimes trips me up because I'm like, there can't be that many double letters. You think that's easy then?
No, I think it's easy.
Okay.
It's an easy one for me. I'm going with, personally, Massachusetts or Connecticut.
Okay.
2 states I've never visited. Maybe I would know how to spell it if I went up there and saw them for myself.
maybe I also mess up the double letters in Pennsylvania sometimes.
Pennsylvania is yeah, that's true. Pennsylvania might be up there as well.
Yeah, you just got to remember which one is doubled.
Yeah, let me see here how I got it written down. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'd get that one right.
I don't know. Yeah, so I can't believe that so was that sign in Pennsylvania?
It was in Virginia, but it goes down the road. It goes Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Delaware, It's the 13 colonies, but they got Massachusetts way wrong.
So they could have messed up more, but they got 12 out of 13.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them.
You said they had one job.
Attention to detail, folks.
They had 13 jobs.
How would you like it if on the news in the lower third we put Massachusetts? We'd be getting calls.
I just wouldn't play
Jay has one job, and it's the supers.
I just wouldn't play it because I would know. That's wrong.
Right, there you go. That's nice. Good. Okay. Well, we're doing geography trivia when we come back. So let me put my thinking cap on. All right. 2 minutes away.
It's tax sale time at Jimmy Mitchell Motors in Aurora, Missouri. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $7,500. Each one has been inspected by our certified mechanics and carries our 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. If you have credit issues, no problem. At Jimmy Mitchell Motors, we know bad things happen to good people, and we're here to help. And you can use your tax refund to lower your monthly payments. Come to Jimmy Mitchell Motors, where
nobody beats our deal.
So, Jessica, is there anyone you like?
Like anyone here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, let's do Home Quote Explorer.
Yes, it helps you shop, quote, and buy the right coverage for you, even if it's not with us.
What do you think of this option?
You look so good together.
Don't hate me, I just told him that you're interested.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
oh, I know. Let's prank call each other.
That's not how that works, Jamie.
It's tax sale time at Jimmy Mitchell Motors in Aurora, Missouri. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $7,500. Each one has been inspected by our certified mechanics and carries our 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. If you have credit issues, no problem. At Jimmy Mitchell Motors, we know bad things happen to good people, and we're here to help. And you can use your tax refund to lower your monthly payments. Come to Jimmy Mitchell Motors, where
nobody beats our deal.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
All right.
I swear, I'll have to go back and find the clip, but there was a moment where you were doing, maybe it was during the President's Trivia.
Yeah,
and you were not having a good time. And you said, can we just get some, geography trivia? And I said, yeah, we can.
There's certain things that I know a lot about. I don't think it's going to come through today.
Set the expectations high.
Let me set the expectations
I think you're immediately going to be like, I don't know if this is geography.
I don't have good high hopes with this, but maybe I've surprised myself before.
Yeah. Bailey, what is the tallest mountain in the world?
Mount Everest.
Oh, no.
Kilimanjaro?
Submit one, because again, I don't remember.
I think it's Mount Everest. It's gotta be, right?
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's at least one of these that's totally a trick question, but I don't remember which one it is anymore, so we'll just keep on keeping on.
Okay, well, that one wasn't a trick question, and I don't want to act like I didn't know. I knew that, okay?
You knew that. You considered some other things, but what is the largest desert in the world? Oh, I know what this is.
Oh, that would be the Sahara?
Oh, interesting. It's actually Antarctica.
Oh, that's a trick question.
That's a trick question. There might be more, but I know
I've heard that before. I have heard that
definitely
before.
The one I was thinking of.
I mean, if you get a little fire, there's plenty of water to go around in Antarctica, I would say. It's the permafrost that you have to deal with.
But it's the precipitation. It's low. There's not much ever coming down, because when it comes down, it stays forever, but it doesn't come down often.
That's right. I've heard it before.
A desert.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Aside from the Nile, which I don't know why we're just ignoring the Nile, but what's the longest river in the world?
It's the Amazon.
Like the people that ship things? Or the warriors from Greece? Yes, it's the Amazon.
It runs through multiple countries. I have gone on a tributary of the Amazon.
Tributary?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Just one of the offshoots when I was studying abroad in Ecuador.
It wasn't the longest in the world?
It wasn't the one.
Okay, but it was part of it.
But it was part of it. It flowed into it.
Which continent covers all 4 hemispheres of the Earth?
Ooh.
Must be just barely.
Continents. Oh, Would that be
Map is on Britannica, kids.
North America?
Wow, so self-centered. No, it's Africa.
That was going to be my first guess. Dang it. I
Always
should have
go
went with
with
my
your first
gut.
instinct.
Should have went with my gut.
Just in case you were wondering, it's just that it's just a little sliver. I don't even know.
In the grand scheme of things.
You know what? I'm not even sure.
It's a pretty big sliver.
I don't know if I even see it.
Oh, yeah, you're
does
right. In the
south?
bottom left. I don't see it.
I don't know. Britannica
Maybe they've
kids
got an
fell through
island.
for me, so we're gonna. Yeah, it must be.
Dang, Bailey should have said Africa.
But yeah,
I knew it.
North America, believe it or not, is only in the northern hemisphere.
I should have known.
But
I was
tried. You
blanking.
tried.
I was blanking.
It's okay. It's okay. You got the next one. That's really long. Located between Israel and Jordan, this body of water is known for its high salt content, making it uninhabitable for most life forms. And we talked about it on this show one time. Multiple times, I think. It came up like a lot for some reason.
The Dead Sea.
Yeah, it is.
No life forms.
No life forms.
That was a giveaway.
It's dead.
Yay!
I don't remember
You can float.
why it comes up so much.
Because we were talking about floating.
Floating,
You
yeah.
can float in it because it has such high salt content.
Yeah, my parents went there.
Oh, fun.
They floated in the Dead Sea.
They did?
They did.
We got to drink some water after you do that. Your skin's
Yeah.
dry. Put some lotion on.
What is the world's most populated city?
That would be what's the one in India? New Delhi. Delhi.
Again, I do not remember, but no, it is Tokyo, Japan.
Oh shoot! I thought I had that.
Which I swear at the time I looked it up, and it kind of made me realize that part of this question comes down to how you define when a city stops and when it becomes like the greater Tokyo area
The metro.
or whatever. Yeah.
The metro.
Because I
area.
think of that with like cities in Missouri, even like when does St. Louis end?
That
You
one,
could say
St. Louis is a tough
You're
one.
from St. Louis, just
And you could be
anywhere
down
over in
in
that part of
Clayton.
that,
Yeah.
side of the state, and so the
Right.
population changes
Right.
dramatically. Where
I
when you stop it.
had people like in college that they're from like Belleville, Illinois.
Yeah.
And they say they're from St. Louis, which
Yeah,
can't
close
blame them. But
yeah, it's way easier.
But yeah, I'm like,
Um,
no, not really. I mean, I guess,
guess, but-
whatever. But you're not driving to St. Louis to go to Costco.
So we talked about the 13 original colonies.
Okay.
What was the first state?
Delaware.
Oh, she was ready. She prepared for this one. If this had been U.S. geography,
Oh,
she
I
would be
really. If
cleaning
it's
up.
U.S. related, I know it all.
I didn't think this was on Route 66, so I didn't think you had such a easy
come
chance
on.
at it.
I know my colonies. I know my founding fathers and what they were up to.
You didn't know the presidents.
I didn't know the presidents. No.
Okay. What state has the longest freshwater shoreline? I don't remember.
Hey, well, longest freshwater shoreline. What state?
Yeah.
Longest wouldn't that be Lake of the Ozarks? More shoreline than the state of California?
Oh.
But no.
No.
Oh, I should have thought about it a little more.
Lakes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
But I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's an interesting way to count it because it's such a long.
They say that
There's so
in
many,
the
like,
in the
offshoots
Ozark
and
show.
stuff. Yeah.
More shoreline than the state of California, Lake of the
weird.
Ozarks.
That's a crazy statistic.
With the coves and everything.
All right. Who did the U.S. buy Florida from? Looking for a country.
Spain.
Correct.
Woo!
US
I just went to Florida on my last vacation, and I learned all about that
And this
when
is
I went
the
to a
last
history
question.
museum. Okay.
What is the northernmost point in the United States?
Well, it's got to be. What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's a specific town.
You're the northernmost point. It's got to be in Alaska.
Yeah, it does. And I don't remember what it's
Northernmost point.
I don't think it's
Juneau, Anchorage.
Point Barrow, Alaska.
Well,
so close.
I got the state.
So close.
I got the state, folks. All right, that's going to do it for us. I feel okay about it. Maybe we'll do capitals next week, okay? See ya.
It's tax sale time at Jimmy Mitchell Motors in Aurora, Missouri. We have a large selection of vehicles starting at $7,500. Each one has been inspected by our certified mechanics and carries our 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. If you have credit issues, no problem. At Jimmy Mitchell Motors, we know bad things happen to good people, and we're here to help. And you can use your tax refund to lower your monthly payments. Come to Jimmy Mitchell Motors, where
nobody beats our deal.
Welcome to the Lake of the Ozarks. Hi, I'm Jordan Salisbury, the owner and founder of the Salisbury Real Estate Team and Salisbury Property Management. Born and raised here at Lake of the Ozarks, I've loved growing up here, and I'm now raising my young family here.
I don't see any fish.
I've been selling the lake for almost 20 years, and we specialize in selling and managing lakefront property. So whether you're buying like a local, staying like a local, we want you to live like a local.
Elmo loves to giggle. Elmo's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind. Elmo loves to giggle. Elmo's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
In the Middle East, you take a look at this video. The Middle East is on fire. Drones and missiles flying across the region. No telling when this war against Iran is going to wrap up. News Nation Live host Connell McShane joining us live from Dubai. Connell,